think we should sing more. What do you think? That's great this morning. As a matter of fact, the next time I'm supposed to preach, you ladies can sing for an hour. How's that? Be great. You know, it's been a good week. Springtime's back. What more could you do? What more could you want? Of course, the Midwest and the East is not as happy as we might be. We got a lot of bad weather headed their way. A couple of things. Nursing home today, singing, leave here at 1:45. It's not in the bulletin, but it is going to happen. In the gym, there's a big, huge pile of books, boxes of books. And they are the books that Dr. Dupre left. When he left the country, he couldn't take them with him. And there is a variety of information. There's a lot of stuff about Sabbath research that he was doing. There's a lot of books there. It covers a lot of areas. And you can have any of them you want. Most of them are in brand new condition. There's hardback. I was thinking, you know, it might be a good place to go do some Christmas shopping. It's in that box, and they're free. So there's not any charge for them. But, when you have books like that, books aren't what they used to be. We talked about Nehemiah this morning and how important it was, that they had those scriptures that they could read. But it's not quite as important today because you can go and find almost anything online. But these books that he has are, they're all research books that I'm sure most of them are that he had. And there's some really good information there. So please help yourself. Take what you need. Take what you'd like. And if you do want to give some away, that's fine too. I almost talked to our new pastor this week. This close. The ministerial secretary was supposed to send us his resume. And he ended up going to NAD and back east someplace and was gone for all week. And so I texted him, and then I wrote him an email, and then I texted him again, and he says, I am back. I'll send it to you. I got it a couple of days ago, and, of course, I tried to contact the pastor yesterday, and I got a voice message, a recording, and I left my name and number, and I said, have you ever heard of Kingman, Arizona? That's where I am. Give me a call. That's the essence of what I said. But I tell you what I did find out in reading that in that resume briefly. And I was going to bring it and share parts of it with you, but I want to ask him first if that's okay. I heard rumors from several people that he was an evangelist, and that's what he did. And I think that's what he's done. If I remember, since 1999, he's been an evangelist. He's been in 28 conferences in this country doing evangelism since 1999. Before that, he was a pastor. Before that, he was a teacher in Seventh-day Adventist schools. So he is well-rounded. And sometimes when we do the voice thing on the phone, we go, this is Vern, you know what to say. Click. This guy has a sermon on his voicemail. So I'm encouraged by that. He's really an outgoing guy. Obviously, if he's an evangelist, he's a person people. And a few people that I have talked, a couple of people, different people have talked to me in the congregation. They said, I've heard him speak, and he is an incredible speaker. Amen? Any amens? Okay, good. I'm glad you're there. I think that we're going to be in for a treat. And what I want to get a hold of him about is to find out. Somebody turned the lights off, but that's okay. I want to get some idea of when he actually is going to be at our church and how we're going to get that scheduled before he gets here, because he's supposed to be here the 1st of December, so that's only a few weeks away. And speaking of only a few weeks away, I failed to get it in the bulletin this week, but 2 weeks from today, on the 23rd, is the 4th Sabbath of the second month of the quarter, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, it's Communion Day. And we have communion 2 weeks from today. So I just want to give you a heads up, because communion is like a mini baptism, isn't it? It is, and we need to prepare ourselves for that. We need to search our hearts. We need to be ready when we come to partake in the communion service. It's as I've said before, it's not what somebody up here has to say when that is presented. It's what's in your heart. It's what's in your heart and your relationship with God when it comes to communion. And if you want to have the full effect, full benefit, the positive aspects of it, we need to be prepared individually before we come here. So please remember that on the 23rd, we will have our communion. I'm wondering how many people got out in the sunshine this week. Oh, yeah. How many of you were blessed this week? Amen? Amen. God blesses us every week, every day. Some of us, before we even get out of bed, realize how much God has done for us. And we put our feet on the floor with thanksgiving. So, Pat. Church board, thank you very much. Church board tomorrow, 7 o'clock p.m. Okay? That's almost like a mini baptism. You board members better be ready. It's actually a test. It's not a baptism. But anyway, thank you all for being here. Visitors, don't forget we have potluck immediately after the service, and we want everybody to stay. Thank you. Happy Sabbath.